Hey YouTube family, welcome back. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, hi, welcome in. I'm Venus and I will be your reader for the duration of this video. So this is a new interactive tarot series that I'm bringing to my channel. Its purpose is to help put you into alignment with the highest version of self and attune you to your highest path. So this includes manifesting your dreams, your goals, your desires. It includes putting you onto the highest form of healing, happiness, health, prosperity, and overall abundance in the most blissful and harmonious way possible. So this is a spread that I do with my own healing and journaling work. I mostly use tarot to do healing and to do self-reflection and shadow work, so I thought, why not bring it to y'all? It is recommended to take notes and follow along with the prompts, pausing as we go along so that you get the most out of this reading. And so do get your writing materials ready. This isn't something that you just want to, lay down to, so go on, get up. For those of you who thought you could lay down in bed and watch this, get up, stretch, roll your sleeves up, because we are going to do some self-reflecting. And lastly, these cards were premeditated on and picked through the general energy of your specific sun sign. But because this reading focuses on healing, shadow work, and soul reflection as well, it is recommended to go ahead and check out your Chiron sign, as this is the asteroid of the wounded healer, okay? So lastly, the intention of this video is to give everyone tuning in clarity, guidance, and healing. And this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what does not. So Scorpio, the first card picked will illuminate the question your soul wants you to ponder the most, to help uncover and clearly hear the faint whispers of your soul so that we can voice them and let them move you. So it is recommended to pause this video and ponder the question either in meditation or in journaling. If you get stuck, do study the card name and the imagery to see what thoughts, intuition, or downloads from the universe it provokes. If you find yourself having trouble uncovering yourself, an effective method to journaling is to answer the question without thought, then question yourself and your own line of thinking, pondering where your behaviors, thoughts, and actions stem from. So continuously questioning why. This may help you kind of unlock a bit more pieces of yourself that were unknown to you previously. So, Scorpio, your soul prompt card is Priestess. So the Priestess isn't perfect, okay? She's filled with her own trials, tribulations, and faults. She is both shadow and light. So this card assures you that you do not need to have it all together or be at a certain level, have a certain job, or look a certain way to move people. Don't worry about not having a tribe, for the Priestess falls into the archetype of a leader and a teacher, dedicated to service, freedom, and spirit. You are not your struggles, and the genuine potential that you have to be brilliant is not diminished by your circumstances. You were not meant to blend in. You were meant to be a herder, and this is why you may have difficulty, finding a tribe or feeling like you fit in anywhere. So your tribe will come naturally when you step into your own light. Your imperfections and struggles make you more real, more authentic, and more relatable. The way you live your life is your message. So Scorpio, you may pause the video now to ponder this first prompt, and it's going to show up on the screen as well. How are you being called to step up and lead? Or how can you be the leader that you wish you had? So go ahead and take time to think of any aspects in your life where you wish someone would step up and lead, and that someone may be you. So the next card is an action card. It answers the question, what should I do to put myself back into alignment? What action is needed most in my life right now? So Scorpio, the card you got is take a break. This card indicates that you may have just gotten out of something difficult or just made a big accomplishment. It can also indicate feelings of overwhelm, overwork, overstimulation, or anxiety. Whatever the situation, this card reminds you that there is time for everything. And right now, you are being called to put the energy back into yourself, disconnect, rest, rejuvenate, and replenish. Some of you may have tension in your shoulders, so this is your sign to now drop your shoulders. And this card also calls you to celebrate any recent accomplishments or realize how far you've come and celebrate that. You may pause the video now and write down one or more things that you will do to either take a break or celebrate. So how are you going to, you let yourself relax a bit. Like, how are you going to pamper yourself up? Maybe for some of you, you're going to do a face mask or, soak your feet in some Epsom salts, take a bath. Maybe some of you are just going to sleep the whole day and play video games. Like, sometimes you have to. I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, sometimes, you do need a day to just do nothing all day, and it's perfectly fine. Okay, so in what ways are you going to either take a break or celebrate your accomplishments, Scorpio? For some of you, you have been put through the fire and you guys have come so far. So, take a step back and acknowledge that and pat yourself on the shoulder for that. So you can go ahead and pause this video right now. And then the next card is an activation card. This card is the activation that you need most at this time. This card activates energies and healing within you and comes with an activation invocation to be read out loud for the activation to take place on a soul level. So lots of 5D stuff going on. So Scorpio, your activation card is Unbound, and as a Scorpio myself, it is quite synchronistic that I got this card as well in my own personal reading. So this card indicates that it is time to release any old limiting beliefs, negative cycles, old soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So these things are coming to the surface to be cleared. These old ways of being are no longer helpful to you, Scorpio. You have outgrown them. So an example from my own journaling when I had got this card is that one of my old stories was silence. Silence served me in the past because it kept me safe from harm and explosive behavior. But now, silencing myself only minimizes myself and does an injustice to the voice I've been given and the messages that I have to share. So Scorpio, you may, in your case, pause the video now and ponder, what are your old soul stories? What do you need to let go of to move on? What is holding you back? What is something toxic that you've been holding on to? Okay? So you can go ahead and pause the video now and reflect upon that. And then Scorpio, the light activation for you to read out loud for this card is, and you can say it with me, it's I release all old soul stories, vows, contracts, and patterns that are no longer aligned with who I came here to be in the present time. I carry the lessons, growth, and gifts, but I no longer choose to live the same story. May I be unbound, unbound, forever unbound. So you may read this activation 3 times for extra effectiveness, as 3 is the number of the Holy Trinity, the Mother, Maiden, Crow, or the beginning, middle, end. 3 is also very significant in numerology and just math in real life. The third card in tarot is the Empress, who is commonly associated with pregnancy, or the archetype of the cosmic birth giver. So this person who creates their life, a co-creator. The master number 33 is said to be the master manifester and master teacher as well. And Nikola Tesla was known to do everything in 3s and even said, if you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would have the key to the universe. So he was always found to be doing things in 3s. So if you would like to speak this invocation out loud 3 times, by all means, help yourself. The next card is a transmission card. These cards act as initiations and connect you to energy and realms of support wisdom, creativity, enlightenment, and healing. So just like the activation card, these transmission cards have an invocation to read out loud, and the intent, excuse me, is that you will receive the energetic download on a deep cellular subconscious level. So again, more 5D type stuff going on. So Scorpio, your transmission card is the card Mintaken or Mintaken. And again, as a Scorpio myself, it is quite synchronistic that I received this card as well. So, this card speaks a little bit about the ideology or the beliefs of starseeds. The Mintaken, I believe, I hope I'm not butchering that, is said to be a soul group whom originated on the planet, on a planet in the constellation Orion. Some call them the original light workers, and they were believed to be the first star beings to travel or incarnate on Earth. So Mintakens are here to teach us to see potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many of them have a longing for home and often feel isolated, lost, and as if they don't belong. So this card calls you to root chakra healing, as well as allowing yourself to feel relaxed and at ease in your own skin and on Earth. You're being called to connect to Mother Earth and finally establish an earthly sense of home here, creating home now instead of waiting for it to find you. So the Mintaken light transmission for you to recite is, I allow myself to be here and at home on this planet. I release any grief around not belonging or feeling held and call in the perfect home. So you may recite this 3 times as well. Now you may pause this video now and answer the following prompts that have to do with this card. What is something I can do to make myself feel more at home? And what is something I can do to make myself feel safe? Excuse me. And then Scorpio, the next card is a healing card. This is the healing that you may need most at this time. This healing card also comes with prompted action that you may take to take your healing to the next level. So Scorpio, your healing card that you got is Whole in the Soul, and it says, your childhood wounds are creating hole in your soul. One way your childhood wounds disrupt an extraordinary life is through low-grade depression experienced as perpetual empty feelings. If as a child you tried to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family dramas, then you adopted a false self. When you lose your authentic self, you disconnect from the true feelings, needs, and desires that you have. Instead, you wear a mask to make others feel more comfortable. Being detached leads to profound loneliness and isolation as you are always mourning your true self. This card encourages you to discover your true self through learning about your childhood and mourning the abandonment and neglect that you felt. So your action, it says, find a safe place. Use colored pencils to draw several masks. Each mask needs to represent an aspect of your false self, such as the good boy, good girl, savior, slave, rebel, victim, overachiever, etc. It says take time to write or draw the qualities you feel each false self contains. Turn on some powerful music, put on a mask, and move in a way you feel the mask requires for you to express yourself and feel the feelings that you may have suppressed. Once you have completed the dance, take off the physical mask and burn it. Then imagine energetically taking off the false masks you wear in front of various people. Give yourself permission to be your real self. Imagine a person in front of you who you feel doesn't accept you. Say, I am going to betray you now and recover my true self. Now imagine this person saying to you, I understand you, and encourage you to become the person you were meant to be. So, Scorpio, I did want to take a moment to kind of reflect on that healing card, and just, I know for some of you, like the whole action card can seem a bit like off-putting. You're like, I don't know how I feel. about, you know, like drawing out masks and like wearing a mask and dancing, and like it's almost ritualistic in a sense, right? But you have to like ponder, you know, this is exactly how spells, rituals, things of that nature kind of work. We're doing physical action to feel as if we are actually doing something, and I think that's the most scientific, logical way to explain it. Is the law of attraction, right? We're putting ourselves in this feeling state of releasing these things. We're working up our energy, and then we symbolically like release these things with a fire. And that's why they say, you know, writing out letters to people and burning them is so effective in like cutting cords and freeing up energy. So it may seem, you know, a little strange at first, but do give it a chance. If some of you are a bit hesitant, you know, you may find that you actually really enjoyed it and feel a lot better afterwards. So that is that. And lastly, the last card that we have is a quick energy check-in. These are the energies that you need to embody most at the moment, especially whenever you feel imbalanced. Dear Scorpio, you got 2 cards. So the first is the Cosmic Egg card. So this is an ether or ether spirit card. This deck right here goes through all the elements, and then I guess you can say that the ether or ether cards are a bit more special in a way. So the first card that you got is an ether card. I hope I'm not butchering that, but this is the Cosmic Egg, and it reads completion, harmony, and the infinite within the finite. It reads, the Cosmic Egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the Cosmic Egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The Cosmic Egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. And then it says that the Cosmic Egg is aligned with the 7th chakra. The subtle essence of the Cosmic Egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head, called the Sahasrara. I hope I pronounced that right, y'all. But one of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upwards towards this chakra. So each of the 6 lower chakras play an important part or important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of 1,000,000 suns. So that's some really beautiful stuff going on. With that being said, Cosmic Egg energy, some of you may be going through mass awakening, dealing with awakening symptoms. So anyways, Scorpio, the other card that you got was the Earthworm, and the Earthworm energy has a tendency to be shy, reluctant, and may not always want to share their vision or feel nervous when it comes to pursuing their aspirations. So you are probably working on being confident in whatever fields that you're pursuing or in some aspect of your life. And Scorpio, this card reminds you not to be intimidated. Everyone was once a beginner, and mastery does take time. To put yourself in balance, work on speaking up, risking embarrassment, and putting yourself out there. So this is really interesting and kind of in alignment with some things that I was doing today. I was watching this video on this rapper Russ. I don't know if you know him, but basically, you know, he's a great blueprint for the law of attraction and manifesting, you know, your dream life. Like here we have this guy who has very little like expertise on, you know, music production. He literally learned how to do everything himself through his parents' basement or something like that. And, you know, literally found out the formula to making it big. And for the longest time, he was a independent artist working on himself, working for himself, and was able to manifest, you know, fans, and manifest his dreams of music coming true, and manifest, you know, millions, right? All while being independent and not even signed to a label. So now I think he is signed to a label, but that's because now he's able to negotiate the terms that he wants, because he built himself up to the point where, you know, these labels are willing to like leverage with him because of how high he had put himself. He's such a great example of the law of attraction. I know he gets a lot of hate just because the way he presents himself, and you know, he does tend to have this overly confident manner, but that is like the best way that you could see law of attraction in action. This man had no reason to like believe, you know, his environment, his friends, his teachers, you know, they were all telling him otherwise, but he had this unbridled, I don't know the words, you guys. Mercury retrograde's messing up my speech, but you know, he just had this undefeated fate in himself, and eventually he made it, and now, you know, he's working with big names in the industry. So that's just something, you know, in relation to earthworm energy, right? You may not feel confident, but truly, like, you can be at any level. Everyone starts somewhere, and like, you don't even need to be an expert or a master. Like, you can start now, and you can start earning now, and you can start now. So, you know. So anyway, Scorpio, you may pause the video now and write down a few ways that you can work on bringing cosmic egg energy or earthworm energy into your life. So remember, cosmic egg is all about the infinite and the finite. It's about that one consciousness. It's about, you know, that awakening. So, you know, how can you bring that into your life, that spirituality? And then for the earthworm energy, you know, how can you really step out of this shell that you may have? How can you really put yourself out there? It doesn't matter if you're a beginner, you know, just do it, you know? So anyways, dear Scorpio, this was the end of our tarot session. I hope you found this helpful, and if you enjoyed, please leave a comment, maybe even like, maybe even share or subscribe. Tell me if you're enjoying this series, if you want to see more of it. And thank you so much for watching, and I wish you guys the best of luck on your journey. Until next time, bye!